So how has the Raw Hype been going?
Don't ask, man. Hey, yo. Don't ask. Yo. Don't ask. What it do, baby? We back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages. You remember that shit?
You did used to do that, bro. You retired.
It's your boy, or maybe might not be your boy, Rebel.
It's always your boy Hype, man.
And this is indeed
The Raw Hype, man. Hey, we're gonna be what's it like?
back for another week of that.
Back for another week of that, man. We hospitable, man. We're gonna let y'all introduce yourself at the beginning because we'll talk for 30 minutes and shit. So just say what's up, guys.
What's going on? Y'all already know Agent K MeninTeal Podcast.
What's going on? It's your boy Agent J MeninTeal. What's going on?
Yeah.
You know, today Trevor Lawrence Day, 429. You know, also my birthday, so I had to bring the MeninTeal in for today because I'm like, man,
It's
it's
a
Trevor Day.
special day.
You know what I'm saying? So today we're gonna draft Trevor Lawrence. Like I said, I don't know when you're gonna hear this, but you gonna hear this. Is that we finna draft Trevor Lawrence. So we had to have the fellas come through and chop it up and talk about whatever the fuck, you know, but it's an honor. I appreciate y'all coming through. I appreciate y'all fucking with us.
Appreciate y'all
Before they
having
kick
us.
me out
They
for
look
Facebook.
like they on the team.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't even think about that and shit.
They look, so let's just say they on the team. We got
two Jags. to
two
get-
Jags all up in here.
Getting drafted tonight.
One thing about the Raw Hype, them boys gonna elevate. Let me tell you something right now, right?
Why you bullshitting? While I was at the airport in Illinois, right before I board the flight, this guy goes, I like your tattoos. I said, yeah, appreciate you, man. He said, we're just bringing you to Jacksonville. I said, I'm going for the draft. He said, did you play for Wisconsin? Can I get a picture? I didn't even get to explain myself before I take the picture with Buddy. And now I'm on his Facebook somewhere as this guy's going to Jacksonville for the draft.
I met this linebacker today, honey, from the Wisconsin, you know, the
I went to a
Wildcats.
Jags game one time and I had on like a nice, like a coach looking shirt, right? And I was walking and I thought I could go through an entrance and I walked to the entrance and a lady that worked there was like, oh yeah, come in this way. And I walked in and then the other lady working there was like looking at her kind of funny. And then the lady was like, he on the team. And then the lady working with her, she said, he ain't on the team. She stopped the nigga real quick. I thought I was finna get like walk straight through no line and shit.
To this day,
She was furious.
If you go into Whole
This fuck
Foods
nigga ain't on
with
the
me,
team.
if you go to Whole Foods with me,
Let me get the
there's
lighter.
3 different people that believe I'm a Jags player, and they've believed it for years. I've told this lady and the guy. The guy comes up like smiling and shit. He's like, he plays for the Jags. I said, no, sir, I don't. My lady was with me. She's dying laughing, and he's like, oh, okay.
I work at Whataburger, so
Every time I come to that shit, it's like, it's him first time, then it's him and another person. Then it's him and 2 other people. It's like, this nigga's telling the fucking whole story. The Jag guy comes here, you know, he gets coconut water all the time.
you know your team need the number 1 overall pick. Everybody in this room been mistaken for a Jags player and shit before. If you was in San Francisco, nobody would think you on the Niners. The only our team. But motherfuckers just like, you got on the Jags shirt, you gotta be on the team. Cause we ain't wearing that shit.
How you get those shorts?
Yeah.
It's like no TV show out there.
Walmart, bitch.
NFL.com. No bullshit. Like I tell people all the time, I was like, I'm from Texas, so I have a lot of love for the Cowboys. I said, but I'm a diehard Jags fan because the Cowboys don't need my fandom. I was like, the Jags need my fandom. So I feel
Desperate.
important.
They
I'm
need
like,
everyone.
yeah, they need me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, motherfuckers do not give the Jags no props. Somebody told me at my job, we're doing this virtual shit, so we talking to people like in Tampa and shit. That nigga said it was in 2012 when he found out we had 3 football teams in Florida.
Oh, shit.
And I already knew which one he was talking about. He didn't know. I said, what kind of shit is this?
Disrespect.
Like, for real. I was like, what kind of shit is this,
y'all got
man? Like, no bullshit.
Orlando got 2.
The worst thing is when you're from Jacksonville and you're not a Jaguar fan. I can't do it. If
You've
you're
heard
from
me
here
complain about
and
this.
you're not a Jaguar fan,
Yes.
I despise your
I do too.
existence.
And it's people like that is why I'm a fan.
But
Because I'm like, man, they need me, man.
What's even worse is the ones that from here that hate the Jags.
I was just about to say that. There's people that hate them.
But, come on, guys. There's people that move here from other parts of the world.
Yeah.
No, we
So
talking
you
about
want them
born
to
and
just
raised
drown
people.
their cowboy
No,
pride?
we talking about born and
Yeah,
raised people that hate the
born and raised.
Jags.
I'm 33 years old, okay? I'm 33 years old. That means I was like 8 when we got the team.
Yep.
I'm a lifer.
Right.
I'm born in this shit.
No doubt.
Down the ride since 95.
No doubt.
Like, what are we talking? No, you can't be from here, be a lifer. This be the only team you know, and you like another time. I can't do it. Nope.
Yeah,
I would slap the fuck out of you.
I have a problem. Yeah, I have a problem.
I love the Jags myself.
I have a problem if you don't like them. I have a really big problem if you hate them.
That's even worse.
Like, people be hating them. I'm like, damn, dog, why? This where you from? Because I'm not from here. So I'm like, nigga, this where you from.
Like, even if you didn't like the Jaguars, like, this is professional football. It's only 32 of these motherfuckers.
Oh my God.
You got-
In the world.
Tom Brady come in this motherfucker. Aaron Rodgers come through this motherfucker.
Exactly.
At least, bro, you get to go see somebody
No
with
doubt.
some talent. It gotta be us at the time. But
Long time listener. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie said he had season tickets, and he get the season tickets every year. He said it used to be an old-ass couple that came and sat beside him every year, and he said every year they would have on the opposing team jersey. Like, whoever the Jags is playing, they have on the opposite team jersey. But they got Jags season tickets. And they're like, that's the weirdest thing, but hey, whatever.
That's support.
I was like, whatever.
I only come here to hate on. Who are they playing today?
So much more
Tom
fun.
Brady? I'm going to whip out my Bucks jersey.
I'm like, y'all niggas spending a lot of money to hate
I know,
them.
right? Because they got the good
They the ones making an investment in their fun.
Oh, for sure.
I got season tickets, and I
Yep.
been invested in my pain and misery.
No doubt.
So fuck
No,
it.
take your money.
You
You
having a
take your
good
money.
job at least. Hell.
You should get out of here. You don't support the team. I've given them more money than you have, Missy.
I just happen to hate
I just
them.
My name's on the fountain. My name's on the wall.
Right,
So,
that
like,
shit you get for being
what
up
have you
here.
done?
Yeah, I went to the Bucks game. I want to say they played like the Titans or somebody. I can't remember who they played. Me and Joe went. And we went to the game. Bucks got their motherfucking ass whooped. They fans, because this was probably, because the Bucks didn't start bowling until after the bye, which is probably week 9 or 10 or something. And this was before the bye. They fans was like, man, I hate these motherfuckers. We should have got a different quarterback. We should have did this. We should have did that. And I was like, man, it's weird to see another franchises like fans hate them and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And they was like, man, we ain't gonna go to the playoffs. We ain't gonna do this. Them niggas won the Super Bowl and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, but you know,
Well, they've had a lot of heartbreak too. They've been really bad. Just
But
The Tampa Bay Yucks.
but still, though, man,
We've been the Bagwaz, the Saints been the Aints, the Yucks.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Bucks
come
had
on,
the
man.
worst winning percentage in all of
They still do.
major sports, like every franchise, NMLB, NFL. They got the worst winning percentage, but got 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Flashes in the pan.
And they 2 Super Bowls since we've been alive. It's not like it's a 1960. No, them niggas would have won like when I was alive. Tony Dungy, I think, was the coach on that one. It's like, man, and then the Lakers, bro, are the only team in all of sports that I have ever rooted for that won while I was rooting for them.
So, yeah, Boston.
Like, I grew up a Buffalo Bills fan for no good reason. Them niggas went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row
It was
and lost
wrong.
that bitch every other time. And then when the Cowboys got Terrell Owens, I became a T.O. and a Cowboys fan. That's when I started liking the home team.
Yeah.
Them niggas been terrible. Terrible. Every year I'm like, Jags and Cowboys Super Bowl. Jags and Cowboys Super Bowl. They never make the playoffs.
We got more playoff wins than the Cowboys.
In the last, so I'm like, the Lakers are it. Do y'all ever rooted for a team that won?
Yeah, the Lakers and the Cavs, wherever LeBron play.
Oh, respect. See, yeah,
Boston.
respect.
See, I'm not big into basketball. Like,
Respect.
I follow a player. I don't follow a team. So if LeBron go there,
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
watching.
it. Yeah.
That's it. I'm not invested enough in the NBA.
The Jags are the only team I'm like invested in.
See, I was an MJ
No
and a
bullshit.
Shaq fan, but I fuck with Boston because my pops a Sixers fan, so I just naturally just like fuck it.
I
I'm
can't
going on the
ever
other
catch a
side.
break, man. That one year the Jazz won the AFC Championship, I was like, wow, they really finna go to the bowl.
Yeah.
And then when they lost, I was like, just my fucking luck.
Oh man, bruh.
It was man.
Oh, that was hurt.
Nah, we talk
that
about
was
that-
pain.
yeah.
You talk about pain, bro.
Yeah.
A bitch ain't never hurt me like that.
Man. I was at work watching
Never.
the game.
A girl
Man,
has
that
never
bitch
hurt me
Nah,
that
I
way.
was sad, bro. I got up and walked out my job when they lost that bitch. No, but I swear to God, I'm dead ass serious.
We sitting on the couch, bro. I'm like,
I
shed
didn't
an
cry,
actual
but I
tear.
thought about it because
shed an actual
my
tear.
homeboy Joe is an Eagles fan. So after that game, I went over to their crib. And Eddie, they Eagles fans, and I went over to their crib, and the Eagles had won because that's how I remember to order these games. You can Google it because my heart remember this shit. And I remember, even though I'm a
this shit my
Cowboys
soul.
fan, I remember being happy for them niggas. But I was like, but damn, man, like I was like, I could be these niggas.
yeah, shit. My
And then they went and won.
shit. My pops cried when the Eagles won. He from Philly.
Damn,
He seen the AFL championship. Never seen the Super Bowl.
man.
Philly needed to win. Philly's
Yeah,
so
man.
bad sports-wise. The only thing they have is a statue of a fictional movie character. Bitch, your praise to sports is a statue of a movie character.
It's the fans. It's the fans, though. But it's the fans.
All right, I got a roundabout sports question for everybody.
Yeah.
Why do y'all think that men love sports so much?
I was gonna make like 2 sports jokes. I was like, man, just look at these guys. Man, basketball's an amazing. Man, football's with up. Man, listen, my team is that shit is going boom, 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 boom.
This is why I shout out to Steve Harvey when he said men and women can't be friends. But I don't.
That's what's going to be my answer.
It's this kind of passion that a motherfucker have for sports. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it exists.
It's a brotherhood.
Where does it come from?
It's a brotherhood.
It is.
Especially if you played said sport.
Yep.
I can walk into Walmart right now. I don't have to fucking know Bobby. And I see Bobby over there in the Jaguars jersey. And what's up, bro?
Exactly.
We share something at that moment.
It's so true. It's why I don't see why you wouldn't want to be a part of it if you live in that city. That's a big deal.
It's just like how people, every time when it's politics, every time it's an election, they find their team.
That's true.
They just know everything about it.
That's true.
Like, you got to have something.
This is probably why men require women to know their shit. If they want to come in the brotherhood, like you almost need a pass.
It's embarrassing if you don't.
Yeah,
you look like it's like when your dog pee on the floor at the house. Like you didn't train him better than that. What the fuck are you doing?
He do that in front of
How does she not know what field goal is?
Honey, how much touchdowns
over here?
No, get out of here now.
Does LeBron get the most touchdowns? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like you got to show a little bit of.
Get out of here, bitch!
Right?
Yeah, all your dogs look at you like this.
Look, even if she just think a player cute, that's fine because that's what at least you paying attention to something.
I knew this one
girl. Praising this girl. He's like, honey, I'm gonna stop the show right now. I love you because you know your shit.
Straight up. I knew this one girl. She was like a diehard Jays, but when I get talking about salary cap and his contract, she like, I don't know nothing about that shit. And I'm like, you know what? I don't fault you one bit. I need you to pay attention to the score and if the
You've done enough.
That's
enough.
I was about to say because honestly, we don't want the ones that want the stats because the ones that got the stats,
I know.
I'm straight on y'all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, motherfucker. How much sacks did Gronk have last year, huh?
That ref though. That ref though. The blonde ref from the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Shit. I take all that.
Oh, the blonde ref from the Super Bowl. She was kind of famous.
I was lost when he said it.
She had yams.
She had yams. We don't talk about
just
women
about to say
like that on this podcast. Okay? We don't.
The misogyny that is reflecting from the men of Teal did not reflect the men of real.
Okay.
Woo, ladies.
Okay? You two and Deshaun Watson, get out of here.
I just need a massage.
I'm here for the massage.
These misogyny boys in the building, man.
That boy, that's a wild boy.
The misogyny boy.
Man.
That was a double entendre. That's a bar. That's a bar.
Yeah, man.
The misogyny boy.
I feel like sports is like the misogyny.
Because you mentioned
capitalize the G.
You mentioned Watson massage.
Yeah.
I said misogyny.
Yeah.
He's smashed them together.
Misogyny. I like it.
Misogyny boy.
Massage a knee. You know what I'm saying?
Massage in the thighs.
She massaged the knee, start thrusting the sky.
I think
this is still a podcast for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, man, these be big jokes. I think it's like sports is like the male soap opera. A reality show.
Well, it writes itself. I mean, it's the storylines write themselves.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like the male reality show. It really is. Because I watch like y'all shit. Y'all, I'm pretty sure the season was damn near over when I really, really started watching y'all's podcast and going to the lives and shit. And it's because I never get tired of hearing people talk about sports. You know what I'm saying?
The way we came about, we literally was on the phone on like a 4-way, 5-way call while we worked together. And there'd be 3 or 4 of the guys on the phone. It would be me and him just talking the entire time. And everybody shut up and listen. And then after 3 or 4 hours,
right?
Y'all need a podcast.
Straight up. That's how our shit came about, though. We hang out, we just talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We smoke, we talk, and we go on about our business. We don't really go out. We don't really do this. We don't really do that. That's how we kick it. So we're like, well, fuck it. Let's make a podcast to document it. And, you know, when you talk how we talk and you come from the rap world and shit, you feel like you got something to say. Every rapper feel like they got something to say.
Whether you do or you don't, is this thing on? Is this thing on? I got something to say.
Yeah, whether you do or you don't. So I get that. But yeah, it's definitely our reality show. And I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all gamble?
On sports?
Yeah.
On the Jags?
No. Just period.
I mean,
That's why I had to move.
I just about to say, you love them too much if you going to bet on them.
Oh, I bet against them niggas.
I don't bet on them. I bet against them.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
I bet $1,000 that the Jags weren't going to cover a spread in the game last year.
I believe it.
And they definitely did not cover it.
Yeah, I mean,
that nigga love them too much to make money. He's like,
I'm mad.
I get in fantasy leagues, and Gardner Mitchell was my number 1 pick last year.
See, no.
holy shit.
That's what
I don't know enough football, and I know you should do it.
If I'm doing like a Madden franchise, I always grab me like a Corey Grant or somebody at the end, like a Jags player. I get me a Josh Scobie. I'll get me a
somebody
Lambo now. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't finna, not gonna get.
I only play with the Jags. Online, I don't care.
Online,
who you
I play
pick.
with Buffalo.
You want Buffalo? You want Kansas City?
I play with Buffalo.
They're not too good, but
exactly.
it's a nice little
running. Yeah, I play with Buffalo.
I gotta play with the Jags online. It's the only time you're gonna see them win against Buffalo and Kansas City and the Ravens.
I gotta live vicariously through my video games.
I used to play with them when they had Jalen Ramsey. Because one, Jalen Ramsey was my favorite player, and two, you have a lockdown corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, I don't want to talk about it.
I got season tickets, so I feel like I invest too much to be...
Oh, you got them this year too?
Yeah.
I didn't get them this year, man. I know I'm going to the home opener.
Yeah, I didn't get them last year. I did a little sit out. But
Me too. I took a year off from the Jags last year.
But I re-upped this year, so I'm like, man, fuck that. I spent too much money that I don't even let nobody say, man, this is my investment.
Yeah, this is what I like.
$700 I just gave you, motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, I feel that. Some people like to go on StockX and buy shoes for $1,000. Not my cup of tea. I don't have no problem with it. But I invest money in the Jazz. Now, I didn't drove to Tennessee to watch them niggas play before.
Yeah, I want to.
For the fuck
I'm trying to think about the games we played. I'm trying to go to. Nah, shit.
You gotta come to Cincinnati.
I don't think it's no weed in Cincinnati.
I'm going to Cincinnati.
I'm going to try to go to the Rams game.
Yeah,
I'm going to try to go. I'm just trying to go to legal states. I'm trying to go to legal states.
Based on legal marijuana and sporting events.
I want to watch sacks and blow loud packs.
Straight up. Straight up.
Last time I was in San Fran, we was playing. We didn't play in San Fran, but the game was on. We was at a dispensary and it had a little lounge in the back. I'm like, we about to post up and watch this bitch. So definitely got to be out.
As y'all learned from past podcasts, man, shout out to the medical that I be on, man.
Shout out to medical.
I'm a legal eagle out here, man.
Legal.
Yeah, I'm a pop up. I'm a pop up guy. I go to I'll pop up at the
I'm right outside in the black car guy.
For real. No bullshit.
Shout out to medical marijuana. If you are having any ailments or any PTSD from all the killings,
that need to be our sponsor.
I'm trying.
Go ahead, B-Dog.
Raw Hype here. User.
Not abuser.
Not abuser. Hey, hold on, man. We can't do all this sports talk when we have someone here who's a legend in 2 games like Pee Wee Kirkland.
Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Time for the GOAT.
Frost is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, guys.
Frost.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know what I want to ask. All right, let's get the controversy out of the way.
Yeah.
I saw online a video of you, as the battle rappers say, running Arsonal off the stage. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Ah, good. Very good. Very good. I was supposed to go to that show.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to that show.
And Did I go to that show? Because remember, I was hitting all the...
Was that the Daylight? Was Daylight on that show?
Nah.
Well, then no, because I think you went to the Daylight show.
No, I went to so many shows, bro. You got to think I was hitting them bitches dolo.
Yeah.
I was hitting all of them bitches.
How was that?
Who else was on that card? Do you remember?
Nah.
Damn, if I knew. Hey, you like famous from that shit.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It went viral.
It went viral.
But still, like, if you ever go look at that YouTube video and you go, it's like recent comments, and they be talking about you. They be like, man, Frost need to get back on that mic.
They still bring it up.
They bring it up in every battle.
Anytime Arsonal battles somebody.
Most disrespectful bars of all time, they started pulling up.
The wildest shit, bro, is like Loaded Lux said that shit against ours.
For real?
That's
he
what I
did.
recently saw.
I'm retired, sitting out on a farm in the Midwest.
I think you sent me that. Right.
And I'm like, let's just say my name. I'm tripping, bro.
As a
I'm
punch.
making phone calls like, hey, man, I might need to come back. I might need to come back.
What's your new name? The nigga that Lux mentioned in his round. That's me.
Yes.
You want me to put all of that on the ticket? Yep.
Yes.
I need him to know who I am.
All caps.
I always wanted to battle rap, bro. Not enough to do it. I would rather I would, because you know me, man. I can freestyle and I can do all that kind of shit, rhyming shit, but battle rapping is different. It's very different, and it's a different kind of exercise that I don't feel like I have the discipline to do.
Which is why I was gonna ask you, how you feel about battle rap in the game right now? Because it's different, yo. Every 2 weeks, tournaments.
Yeah, it's
you know, people care about different. I was watching
Cassidy.
Exactly. Like I was just watching the URL tournament, and one of the judges was talking about he didn't like the guys in his space. Serious Jones and Rum Nitty. He's like, the guy was in his space, and I didn't really like that very much, so I took points away. It's like, that's what's happening now. That's my point. So that's what's happening now. So how do you feel about that type of shit that's going on now?
I mean, the game is more lucrative now than it ever was before.
It is.
I left at the wrong time.
Yeah, it is. No bullshit.
I mean, I was eating off battle
bullshit.
rap. I was eating to the point where I didn't have to work a regular job.
Respect.
All I had to do was battle. I remember I retired in 16, and it was March of 16 I retired. I had already made like 15 grand.
Long,
yeah, I had already made 15
It has been that long.
just off deposits and shit, right? So the game was lucrative then, but now these guys are eating.
Niggas getting 15K a battle.
Oh my God.
Don't deserve it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. With these apps and all this shit and subscriptions, and people are on the battle rap shit hard.
They had to force me to battle. I didn't want to battle. I battled for Bucci.
For real?
He came to me over and over and over. The first card, he begged me. I said, I don't want to do that. I said, I don't want to do that battle rap shit, man. He's like, come on, because I did freestyle battles before.
Right.
He's like, you'll eat, remember? I don't want to do it. So then he says, I want you to battle Isolino, right? And I'm like, man, no.
I love Isolino.
I love Isolino too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, I don't want to battle Ice. Man. I'm not doing that, bro. No. At that point, he was a grind time, like, bet. You know what I'm saying? He'd been battling. Like, man, just leave me alone, bro. So he calls me up and he said, yeah, Isolino said he'll smoke you. I said, hey, set that shit up. Hey, but come to find out, he's interviewing Isolino for the card, right? Because he knows he's gonna be on it. He's trying to find him an opponent. So he's interviewing him for the card, and he says, who are some rappers that you like currently in the city? He mentioned me as one of the guys he likes.
Right.
And then Bucci turned around and said, well, Frost said he's smoking in the battle. This motherfucker set the whole thing up.
Nigga Don King.
Set the whole thing up.
That's how you feel about it, man. It's a great guy.
Yeah.
You know you say you're a little lame ass motherfucker, right? Run that interview. You didn't hear that from me.
You know when Don King set up, what was the shit where they fought in Africa? Was that the Rumble in the Jungle?
Yeah.
It was what, Foreman and Ali, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he told them that he said, I give you $1 million if you accept this. And then he told Foreman, I give you $1 million if you accept this. And then they both accepted it. And he said, shit. I got to come up with $1 million. Like, I'm finna make some money. But that's why they had that shit in Africa. No bullshit. For financial purposes, and they helped fund it. That nigga pulled a Don King on your motherfucking ass.
That's exactly what it was.
So, my next question.
I like that.
Why did you step away? Have you ever told this story?
I never asked you that.
Oh, man, we get the exclusive here.
Because that ain't a question that you DM a nigga. You gotta ask that nigga that to his face.
Nigga retired. Hey.
Yeah, why you?
It's a valid question. It's a valid question.
Why you?
So I guess to understand it, you really got to understand where I was at that time, right? So I had just gone viral off the Arch deal.
Right.
I was signing a deal with URL in April. I was at the top. Like at that point, I was peaking.
Not shocked.
I was really, I was getting paid, but I was losing myself. The character took over the man.
I could understand that.
And I've been doing music for a long time at that point. I
know you from music.
That's about to
toured with Pusha
like,
T, you know what I'm saying? Did the Bone Thug shit, like opened up for everybody, had all that fun and shit, and it was cool. And battle rap was letting me eat more though.
Yeah,
money was coming. You know, you didn't have to invest all of that money to get that money.
You ain't got to get mixed and mastered.
Exactly. You just got to write.
Exactly.
And then it also fed that competitive drive.
That's
you stand in front of another man and just beat
when
the
you
fuck
come
out of
from
him.
our era of rap, it's competitive anyway.
It's like, I'm not gonna let you whoop my ass. I'm bigger than you. I'm better than you, and I'm gonna smoke your boots every time, right? So that accomplished so many things for me. So I took it so serious, and I worked every day tirelessly at this. I was taking 3-4 battles a month at times. You know, and I'm getting paid. Why the fuck not? Like, and I was able to.
I was gonna write these raps for free anyway. Now I just gotta put a fuck you in there.
Been writing
you ain't shit.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So it's nothing. So I lost myself in it, and that Frost character took over to the point where it was affecting my home. And at that point in time, I had 2 children, Lyric and Kater. And
shout them out.
Yep. And my wife had discovered anonymously everything that had happened on the road with every girl.
Right.
Screenshots. Pictures.
Come on, it's all alleged.
Videos. Everything.
Respect.
I can hear the alleged.
Outside pregnancies.
Damn,
wild shit.
Damn.
That has never been spoken. This is exclusive
right here.
Outside shit that has never been. She knew it all, and she was done. She was taking my kids, and that was it. And it was get out. So at that point in time, I had to sit back and be like, all right, what am I gonna do? So I made a decision, and it was to walk away from battle rap as a whole. I went in the room, I chopped my dreads off, I deleted every social media account I had.
Yeah, you definitely disappeared.
And I just disappeared. And I worked tirelessly to get her to trust me again and get my home back. And I mean, to this day, it's still the best decision I ever made. You know what I'm saying?
Talk that shit. It's a redemption story, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now.
It's that grown-up shit. Like, I had to grow up. I had to do it for it was for them.
See, I ain't asked the young man his business, but I checked in with him a couple of times, and was like, yeah, where you at? What you got going on? Boom, boom. Checked out your podcast. And the nigga was legitimately like, I'm very happy. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, he was like, I'm very happy. I like where I'm living. I like what I got going on. I was like, he was like, podcast, booming. I was like, that's awesome to hear.
It blows people's minds. Like, people to
it
this
doesn't
day,
blow my mind,
they
honestly.
freak the fuck out. They're like, how did you walk away from
Yeah,
that? They can't
nigga,
believe
you was right there at the edge.
You was.
And you
like,
was at the
contract was in
beginning
the
of these
email.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And you have,
You know what I'm saying?
your character is like no other character that exists
You
ever.
would be winning
I tell
now
him that about
today.
rap too. I'm like, if you would have been a nigga that was on for rap, I was like, nobody else raps or sounds like you. No one else ever have I ever heard in my whole life rap or sound like you. You know what I'm saying?
Florida's hottest rapper. Woo! I said that blatant, and I ain't disregarded nobody out of my statement. You remember that shit? A lot of dudes saying you making a bold statement. You ain't even from Florida. Pimpin' ain't you Jamaican.
This nigga know your bars better.
I know, I'm here everybody now.
Listen.
That's the shit with all the punctuations and shit. What else is it?
No, it wasn't that. No. What was it?
It's something like a punctuation. Mom, I was like, hold up, dog. I flashed the gun. It's a comma. I'm telling you pause. I cock it. Now that's that period telling you stop. And that's the same words that you should be telling your dogs.
Yeah.
There's more punctuation, but I couldn't remember the rest.
You don't ever remember your rhymes, bro. That nigga checked out from rap for
Listen,
real.
that shit.
Because
Because
Duval born and bred to the point, like in our studio, we didn't have pictures of other artists. We had the Duval streets with Mob Boss and them hanging on the walls.
R.I.P. Mob Boss.
Yes,
sure.
sir. R.I.P. Mob Boss. We had the Soul
bro.
Money pictures of. We had
That's
Raw
why
and
I
A9.
feel like I'm from here, my nigga. Because he ain't saying nothing I don't know about.
That's
no
it.
bullshit.
Different kind of
and this
love.
when I first got here. Like, first time I was ever in a magazine. First time I was ever on the radio was here.
I've never gone to a big artist show to see them perform.
Me neither.
Never. I've never paid to go to a
Me
concert
neither.
in my life.
Me neither.
But I've gone to local
Me
shows
too.
to see those
Me
guys.
too.
And it's just to see them perform.
I
Not to
paid
show
money
support.
to see
I
both
didn't
of
get
y'all.
anything from it.
Same
You know
here.
what I'm saying? It wasn't like we was even cool.
No
But I
doubt.
stood front row.
Yep.
And you put the mic in my face during Anonymous. ANONYMOUS. I'll never forget those moments, bro.
I forgot them. And
I
when you
agree.
say them, I remember.
I
But when
agree.
he say them, it's like
I'm
the motherfucker
serious.
takes me
Yeah,
right
I
back
agree.
to where it was, yo.
French
Yeah.
Quarters. French Quarters.
I completely agree.
Fatso Duval Boys. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Stop.
I'm telling you,
Classic
bro.
shit.
Cassius Clay.
I'm telling you.
Classic
I know
shit.
this shit, know these people, man, and there was some fun times, man.
I owe those
Heads.
guys my success. Like, at the end of
Shout
the day,
out Zay and Zennick.
Facts. I crafted myself after so many of them. I learned how to perform from him, Swords, and Raw from No Love.
Same.
Man,
I
shout
watched
out
them.
Swords,
Raw from
man.
No Love is a real nigga, man. I haven't
Oh,
talked to
yeah.
that nigga in a really long time, and he has no idea who the fuck I am. But
Shout
that
out to
nigga's a
Trap
real
House
nigga.
Chicken.
I was just about to say, you got it. I love that name, THC,
Yup.
Trap House Chicken.
Yup.
when
Go
I
check
hit
that out.
Frost Up
Who
recently,
done put the kush in the chicken?
I know. When I hit Frost Up recently, I like reminded him of who I was. And he was like, nigga, I know who the fuck you
I
are.
knew
You
you
know what I'm saying? But I was like,
And
that's
you know
how
how I knew him, though? It was because I always wondered, how the fuck this motherfucker got so much money? Because this motherfucker
People
would be
be
driving.
saying that.
Hey, he would be driving up. he would come on the scene, and we be talking about features and shit, right? And, this is when you first coming up. You don't know how much to charge somebody, so you still trying to weigh that out. So you're like, I don't know. But he pulls up in the car. He got the sky blue joint coming up, and I'm sitting out here sleeping on my mama's couch, but I got a song on the radio so people think I'm popular. This motherfucker was living. And I'm like, dog, what do you do for a living? How the fuck do you get all that money?
Look, man.
I used to charge shoes for features, Nigga, I even put it in my raps. I said, I can go 3 months without repeating a pair. And that shit was true. Nigga wanted me on the raps. I said, oh, man, the yellow and white Air Force is coming out. Bring that shit to the studio size 13 and let's get it. Like, you wrote, I'm going to write it now.
You had a big Samoan cat that used to be singing.
What's his name? Juno. Shout out Juno.
Oh, yeah. Boy could blow.
I don't know him.
Oh, my God.
He be on TikTok and shit now singing.
That's back when Jasmine Ray was a little shy girl in the corner, wouldn't barely sing. That was way back.
Times, man.
Dog.
The time.
These people are like celebrities to me.
Yeah.
Like, no bullshit. These people are like celebrities.
I get more excited seeing them than
oh, for sure.
I know. I seen him walk in. I was like, oh, shit.
Right.
And then nigga's like, I ain't even tell you. I ain't even tell you.
Like, nigga, I did that shit like Breakfast Club. Nigga. We got a special guest in the building. Because that's how it is, man. And that's why I'm always here. Even though I don't live here, I'm always here because I just love it.
Love it. That's what I was telling him. He talking about, just how it feels. I said, man, there's some love here.
Hood legends, bro.
They don't treat you right, but they love you.
Oh,
facts. Facts, man.
We're like, hey, so why you didn't do all this back then?
Yeah.
I don't know. Loved you then, too, though.
It's the truth, man. It's the truth, man. It's the truth.
That's the city for you, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the fucking...
Shout out to people, man.
Like, I feel like that's where I grew up with at.
Making me
you know what I'm saying?
Blushing. You can't even see it because I'm black.
Black ass nigga, man.
But yeah, man, it feels good. It feels good. It sounds arrogant, but hey, it's me. It feels good to validate myself. Because he was just spitting rhymes from a song called The Best. Mm-hmm. And that song was on... Bigger Rankins had a mixtape, and that song was on that mixtape. So if you know Bigger Rankins and you know the type of music that's on there, that song don't fit what's on there. But me saying what I was saying, presenting it how I was presenting it, and had it hit how it was undeniably just a hard song, the beat and shit.
I agree.
When he said that now, it's just all coming in my fucking brain, and I remember it. So it's like, to feel like I was dope and feel like I was one of the best, and then to hear dope people always say it to me all the time and remember that shit. It makes me say, man, see, even though you validates it, man.
Yeah.
So even 100%. Though I ain't got the plaques, these my plaques, nigga. The MeninTeal keeping it real. Man, put on the beat, man. All this rap talk. Let's get this shit going in here, man.
Whoa.
Oh, you didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question.
What's that?
Is there anything that's stopping you now from returning? Because I'd like to think you have your house in order. I see you on Facebook. Y'all love each other and everything's beautiful. Do you feel like
you've learned?
Exactly. So, but do you feel... Two-part questions. Okay. What is stopping you from? And do you feel like if you dip your toe in, you're going to want to dip your foot in?
I'm going to dip my whole ass.
So then you ain't ready, man. You ain't ready.
So I accepted a battle to return. This has been something for the last 3 years. You know, there have been talks. People will come up. They'll ask for a price. I'll throw the numbers. It's got to be worth it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's got to be 4 digits at the minimum.
And it's because
minimum.
It's a comeback. So you getting,
Because I don't need it. Like back then I needed it. So if you hit me up and you offer $750 for a battle, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit, I gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pay the light bill. I don't need it. So I'm good. My kids
it's a lot of prep, but to make $750 in a day is a lot of money if we being real.
Yeah, we talk about
but that's then, not by now.
Exactly.
We're talking about 9
exactly, but I'm saying that's a lot of money, period. So let alone what a motherfucker need now.
Right, but now we talking travel. We talking about we need racks. Like it's got to make sense. So that scares people away. Yeah, I got more kids.
2 more kids. You knew that was happening. You don't get a makeup from a woman without putting 2 more kids. Like if you're really serious,
I had to lock it down more kids.
I said you was gonna leave with 2. Let's see you leave with 4. Let's see you take care of them.
Oh, you could have left in the Camry. Now you need a minivan.
Exactly. But no, I accepted a battle not that long ago with Don Marino actually.
That was great.
Right? He's the
it's
new
still
wave.
official. It's gonna happen.
Well, he had got COVID.
Damn.
And that shut it down.
Time.
It was early.
COVID fucking up some shit, man.
So I had some shit rolled. I got it together, and that's when I called everybody. And and I was spitting it to him because my feel was sounding like 2016.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's always my feel coming back.
Right.
Because I'm not going to change what I do.
That's a lot of the
I'm
reason
not invested enough in the craft
I don't rap
anymore.
at all anymore.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like 2016, so I just called some cats. I spit it. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if I still sound relevant.
Makes sense.
I would.
So is there anything stopping you from moving forward or?
It just the numbers got to be right.
The
numbers got to be
so
right.
Basically, it's football reference. You know how they say they're listening to trade offers.
Yeah.
You're listening to offers?
Always.
So that's what I'm saying. So do the people know that they can resume calling?
They know now.
Okay.
If they didn't,
they
know because of the Raw Hype.
That's what I'm saying. And while I got this light here, while he's here, I invented the name the Jazz Face. You know the Jazz Face. I got proof. Jazz the rapper is a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm not a rapper. And she, became a good famous meme from making these faces while people spit hard ass bars.
Mm-hmm.
I was the first person to screenshot the face and tweet her. I said, "Hey Jazz, these the type of faces you making?" She responded, laughed, and said she looked crazy or something along those lines. And ever since then, it's been a thing.
The Jazz Face.
I always knew that, right? And I hear the ownership get passed around. But
Here we go.
I don't have a platform that's loud enough to stake my claim because I got the proof.
But now Frost here, you gonna use
Exactly.
Frost.
Because I have pictures and dates of when this happened. It didn't exist before
What you
I
gonna
did
get
it.
though when you prove this to the world? They gonna get you a check.
I just want my credit, man. That's all I want.
Today is about credit.
It's all it's about. The Jazz Face is a very prominent thing in the battle rap community.
Man.
And to know
One
that
day
I
you're
started,
gonna get your credit, man.
I just want to put the crumbs.
Roses now.
I just gotta put the crumbs so when a nigga go back looking for who needs the credit, I got crumbs.
I'm gonna make sure it's on your tombstone, bro. Invented the Jazz Face.
Put the Jazz Face on.
Like finally, man, my boy got his damn credit.
But listen, man, if you holla at Frost, man, because I would definitely love to hear Frost.
Frost, if you could battle
somebody.
anybody, who you would want to battle?
I say Don Marino. He already half ready.
Yeah, right.
But go ahead. Who you got?
I got around. If I had like one final battle,
Yeah, exactly. It's
it'd
gonna be
like
your last
one.
one.
Home
Pat
run.
Stay. Yeah, I battle Pat.
That would be so amazing, yo.
Yeah, the swag
because
on
y'all
the
do the same
crazy.
thing,
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
Y'all damn near look the same, almost.
Legendary.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
That was in the talks.
Pat Stay is so hard to beat.
That was in talks
man.
before I retired.
He's so hard to beat, yo.
That's why I was pursuing the King of the Dot route. I pursued King of the Dot before URL came to me. I was going to King of the Dot and fighting to get on King of the Dot just so I could face Pat. I wanted to battle Pat. I wanted to smoke Disaster. I felt like they needed cats with some legitimacy over there. They needed somebody who was, saying it didn't just look like they was rapping gun bars, but they would weigh 120 pounds, look like they played video games and shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean by that character.
Right.
And then you got your who gonna check me? I like that all the time, because that's a good question for a big ass motherfucker. Who's gonna check me?
That's another reason that like walking away was probably I probably wouldn't be sitting here with y'all if I didn't walk away. I was wild.
Oh, for sure.
I was
smacking girlfriends' asses during battles. I was poking foreheads. I was pushing guys off stages.
I mean, I saw some things that I wouldn't recommend for a white guy to do. I've seen it.
And I just looked like, and what? Like, what are we gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And I think at the end of the day, it was the authenticity. You could tell it wasn't.
What I always loved about Jalen Ramsey is that I loved that he talked shit and it made you pay attention to a place that people don't pay attention to. But you have to pay attention to me because I'm saying, hey, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
That's how your shit was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I see it and I'm like, Frost is crazy. Keep going, Frost.
Like, I didn't think we was gonna get out of Alabama, dog. We was in Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm battling this cat named Alias. And like the league owner, there was this whole dispute in the Facebook group leading up to the battle because I called the girls bitches. I was like, y'all got some bitches for us or what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fuck somebody's wife when I get there.
Hold on now, Frost.
But that was the character, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they got in the group and they're like, we're not bitches, we're queens, and da 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 da. And I was like,
Frost
look,
was like, quiet, bitches.
Look, bitch. Look, bitch. That's how it was.
Yeah, I would have done the same though.
And then I did it in a bar, right? Where I was like, because her name was Matrix. And she was like dating the owner or whatever. They was together. And so I said some sort of Matrix scheme, and I was like, and tonight I'm gonna get up in Matrix like Neo, and she got pissed, right? So she's like fucking going crazy, and they trying to split everybody up, and I'm like, my bad. I said, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, love, pardon me, but you so frisky, and I love your cat like Carter Deem. So after this round, I'm gonna throw it down, rip apart the jeans, and put a baby all on the covers like the Carter 3. And the fucking...
That's hard. Shut up, Weezy.
The league owner about jumped off, like everybody. I pocket checked they boy, like it was just ugly. Like, and I'm like, we're like 5 deep.
Okay, there's me.
Exactly. One of them's the driver. The white boy with the glasses. He not doing nothing probably. You know, shout out A-Rap. I know he could scrap, but I don't know how well at this point.
Frost, thank you for telling us these good stories, man. These are good stories. Yeah, man. Thanks.
I got an off the air story with it. I can't tell it on the air. I made promises.
Hell to the no, man. But you was definitely pushing the envelope, honestly, in an Arsonal type of way. Because Arsonal does push that motherfucking envelope in a way where you always have to pay attention to what he has going on.
That's why
my favorite battle is.
That's why there's no way that battle could have happened without something happening.
Oh, yeah.
It was impossible.
Yeah.
The whole situation was hella corny. Like, it really was. Like I checked him. I disrespected him. I tapped his pockets. I said what I said. I did all of that. I was bullying. And, you know, he came back, he did his thing, he did the dread thing, and I let it go the first time. Because like, I expect disrespect back.
I completely
And then he went to do it again, it was like, all right, I gave him that little shove, and whoever was behind me did something that caused whoever was behind him, and that's when it broke the fuck out.
So it wasn't even really y'all, but that's how shit happens. That's how shit happens. That's why your mama yell at you, stop hanging out with them niggas, and you won't. They're like, no bullshit.
I didn't even realize what had happened at that point. I push him, and then I'm not realizing, like, he's gone. And then I hear shots in the parking lot, and I'm like, did this bitch just shoot in the air? So that's when I go outside, I make the video, and then that video, that Instagram video is what went viral first. 20,000 views in like 2 hours. And then he's on Instagram flashing pictures of money and guns in the car while they're driving. And I'm like, you a whole bitch. Now I'm mad. And I'm mad because, you'll see in the battle, him dap me up during bars and shit. Like, it was we were having fun. And it was a moment for me. And then that happened, and I was like, man, fuck you.
So let me ask real quick. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So till this day, do you like not fucks with Arsonal?
No, I don't. Man, that shit done. Like, I wrote it, honestly, after it was done, it was done. I was just smart. I wasn't finna let it die.
Right.
I got 20,000 views off an Instagram video.
Of course.
I'm finna ride this bitch out. I'm gonna drop a diss record.
Of course.
I'm gonna make Run Arse shirts.
Of course.
I'm gonna change my slogan to you can't spell running the cars without putting that Arse in it.
I get that. You have to.
I gotta capitalize. Your name is bigger.
Yeah.
I gotta get mine now.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's just intelligence.
Logically, here's my question, and I keep asking this in the different ways. If you were to come back down, are you that same character? Are you still doing the bully thing 100%. And that? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because that character,
absolutely,
that character is authentic, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. It's him.
Yeah. It's still there. Like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard not to hop out the car and beat a cowboy ass up there in the Midwest all the time.
Yeah.
You try to take it out of you, right? You can only suppress it.
So y'all got anything y'all want to plug?
Mm-hmm. Do you rap by chance? Do you have an album?
Nah.
He looked like he was in the studio last night. Well, if you put a beat on,
you might just find out.
I shit you not. He was in the studio last night. We recorded a song last night.
No bullshit?
For the MeninTeal Podcast. The Who I Smoke remix. That's the first time we talked about it. We'll drop that in.
The AFC South version.
Jags remix.
We have said we're going to record a motherfucking theme song for many, many years. We have not. We had a song together that used to be our theme song that we just had, but it wasn't really the
We need an
song.
official one.
Yeah.
Y'all because we rap so much, they kind of...
Y'all finished it?
Yeah.
Y'all like it?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's not.
It's a parody. You know what I'm saying? It's cool for what it's
Yeah,
called.
of course.
And now we also doing a MeninTeal podcast like intro. We're taking the Men in Black beat. We're gonna have a chick sing.
Gotcha.
We're gonna do all that.
When are y'all premiering that song?
We're shooting videos like this whole time. Every little bit of footage we get, we're gonna throw it and probably out next week.
Let us in the video, bro. Just let me get one of them slow mo now.
We're gonna do it right here. Damn.
That's all I need.
Yeah, you know that when they slow down the camera, but we're gonna do that something.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have to slow me down.
Like that.
That's it. That's all I need, bro. Exactly, bro.
CGI pistol in the hand.
Yeah, that's all I need, bro.
Put the super soaker in my shit, nigga. Put the super soaker.
For real.
Like old dude.
I don't be sharing that bitch. Here go my new video, man. I'm out here.
Yeah.
Real, what else you got, man? I gotta get up out of here, dog.
Gotta get up out of here. Well, whatever the MeninTeal got, man, because the MeninTeal keep it real. Hey, Jags, y'all need to get this man a position, man. Not only do he love y'all, he ain't willing to make no money off y'all. He'll lose a bet on y'all. The nigga flew in here just to see y'all and going back home right after he finished seeing y'all.
Look, all you gotta do is pick one of them coaching positions and then give an assistant.
What else?
You know what I'm saying? If you got like an offensive line coach, if he don't got an assistant, then boom, assistant.
What else?
If he do got an assistant. Just give my dog older style.
He ain't just a fan. The man knows his thing, man. Why you ain't a football player? I know there must be a story there.
Oh, God. We ain't got time for that.
Give me the quick version, man, before we get y'all up out of here.
I was a knucklehead in high school.
Oh, we already established that.
A big knucklehead. Got into an altercation with my coach, left the team, went to another school, couldn't stay out the streets, dropped out. Came back, played semi-pro, went to arena, and then I just had to be a grown-up, had kids and shit.
All your stories have the same thing. I was fucking up, had to straighten up.
Yeah.
And here I am today.
And it's a blessing.
Hell yeah.
Because
some motherfuckers don't never straighten up. Exactly.
No.
Or like you said, something happened where you don't get that chance. Because I've definitely done things, and I'm sure you have too, to where I could easily not be here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Easily. Hell, I just told a Patreon story.
Think about it. My brother just got out a 12-year sentence. He's been out a year now, right?
Yeah, you did say that.
He was the good one.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, I feel that.
No, he was the logical one. He was the one that held down a job. He was the manager at places and shit.
Age a motherfucker, man. It's why your whole life you've been hearing people say, if I knew then what I knew now. Shit, I ain't even talking about no lottery numbers. If you just had the knowledge that you have now when you was 18, you would be rich.
Oh, yeah. We was just talking about
that
shit.
16, 17, applying that shit.
You'd be rich.
Yeah.
Like, no bullshit. You would probably have a problem-free life unless something out of your control happened to you.
Yeah.
And that's why life crazy sometimes, man.
The things I got to do during I went to WWE school.
For real? I can see that.
WWE school in Atlanta. I was there.
Man, if you would have kept battle rapping, you could have definitely went
I
that
was just
way.
about to say, man, I feel like you can go that way too.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
started training with a wrestling company in the Midwest when I moved there, and then I got
For
hurt.
real?
Yeah, I hurt my back, but it wasn't severe. But I mean, long enough to set me down, and then life took over again. So, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
I've done some really cool shit.
Yes.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what
me
I'm saying?
too.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I tell them, I think about it. Is it going to be a story? If it's a story, I'm gonna do it.
But the
That's
reason
why it was so hard not to cheat.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
That's
baby,
true.
it's for my book. Yeah, it's for my life story. I need these chapters.
How many times am I going to be a quote-unquote celebrity on the road?
Listen, I would go to these hole-in-the-wall fucking cities and check in at these hotels, and I shit you, like, one for instance, before I could fucking get to the hotel room, the girl was already in there. The front desk girl. The wildest shit.
You know how I am.
How do you know me?
You know how I am, nigga.
I'm looking over here. I look over here. This nigga over there like,
This is a
nigga, you know for real.
That'd be like if I was like, man, I met a badass midget last night. I gotta kind of.
I was trying to hit the midget to work at McDonald's. I was trying to hit the midget to work at McDonald's on University.
That's the definition of a story. I'm sorry. If I see a hot miniature woman, I'm gonna think, when am I ever? That's interested in me. It's like, when am I ever gonna get this chance again? Do I particularly want to have sex with a hot miniature woman? No. But would I turn down the opportunity? Am I an idiot? No.
It's about experiences, man.
So it's like that kind of shit. It's like, do I like this woman more than my wife? No.
No.
But am I going to turn down an experience to be a celebrity that has women throwing themselves at it? That's how hard no, man.
Who might ruin her enthusiasm? Like,
For real.
you beat me up here.
I'm about to say, she
Who
went
am
through a
I
lot.
to ruin this opportunity?
I call you up, I say, hey, bro, check this out. My wife came in the room last night. She laid down next to me, told me she had a headache, and she wouldn't let me fuck. And then I fucked anyway. That's not a good story.
Right,
And then I call you up like, hey, bro,
That's
check
true.
this out. I was outside smoking a pole,
That's
right?
true.
4 bitches walk past. One of them stops. Oh, my God, you're Frost. Before I can even finish the sentence, she's on her knees in front of me trying to suck my dick in the middle of the apartments.
These are the kind
That's
of
a
stories
story.
that I tell.
Completely,
Am I lying?
completely fictional.
Yeah, completely fictional.
Thank you.
I tell him lies.
I can't have 2 Patreon episodes.
No bullshit. Those are the type of stories that are supposed to be told, my guy.
Oh, man.
And again, I like my life and I'm good with my life and I love my life and I'm happy with my life. And I have left these stories in my past for the most part. But I don't regret the ones that happened even if they caused me heartache and pain, because I had to do these things, man. I had to live.
Frost is a bet, and because
he's
of
a
living,
better person.
he's a better person.
Oh yeah,
because you don't have to worry. Like you can talk the stories. You don't have to say, man. I'm hearing the stories, and I go, yep. I don't have to go, man, I never got to do that. I never got to picture screaming.
And I'm not being misogynistic when I say this. You are a better man and a better husband for this. And I know this without knowing your situation just because I know how a man moves.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what those experiences teach.
Exactly. So some things you gotta experience, as crazy as that fucking sounds. If you're a certain type of nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And most people, honestly, that are, I feel like to be like artistic, their minds, man, are
artistic?
open. Yeah, like art. Okay. Like, you know, like
autistic.
Like no.
I was to say, hey, man.
No, but like their minds is open to new ideas and shit, and it's hard to shut them off.
Yeah. Because it's
as crazy as that sounds.
Yes.
Yeah, creative is what I should have said. Yeah, creative.
Part of creativity,
hard because
man.
you have that open mind, so it's hard to shut it down without experiencing it. And you don't want to hurt anybody in the process, but life is a motherfucker, man.
Yes.
Straight up. That's just G shit.
And most of these women are scorned. Like they're damaged, right?
Exactly. And then we're not helping them. Exactly. But it's like, what I said is a fact. All I'm saying right now is a fact. But your wife don't give a fuck about it.
No, not at all. She doesn't care why.
And I get it. So I get it from both ends, man. And that's what I mean from that creative. You get it from both ends. Like, I get a nigga wrong. Yeah. But you also get what I'm saying.
Thanks.
You know.
That's why I said, I always told her, like, I was like, whatever, if you did do anything to get me back, you know what I'm saying? To this day, I don't know if she ever did.
Right.
You know, during that month we were separated. I don't know if anything ever happened.
Right.
But if you did,
well,
I just gotta eat that.
I
deserve all of that.
You gotta eat that. You do.
The body counts too high.
You gotta eat that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I did way too much.
And I got caught.
And it's like, you can't, he's like,
and he's better for it. Let's not forget that part.
Like, well, baby, you can't never really catch up. So whatever.
We are not making challenges like I'm saying. I'm trying to be like, no, he's learned from this. He's like, man, all the bitches want. Listen, I learned.
The body count is outrageous.
That nigga not making a challenge.
That nigga homeboy said she can never catch up. Baby, what you told me?
Listen, I love you. This is not a challenge.
I'll catch you if you're trying to catch up. Nobody can keep that shit together.
I can lap you before you can catch up to me. So just know that I love you. I'm a better man because of it.
You're going to need a warrior.
You're actually reaping the benefits.
Y'all funny, man.
Reap those benefits, young lady.
Maybe not Rebel, man, but y'all got to let me on y'all podcast, man. I know about the damn Jags.
I know, right?
We already talked about it.
You're going to be the hype man.
Yeah, man.
There we go, man. I chime in from time to time with a zinger or two.
Touchdown, niggas.
Hey, do y'all got a clipboard? Y'all should clip that as like a button presser, y'all.
Touchdown, niggas.
We gotta get one of those.
These are not expensive, bro. They look super expensive and shit. I bought this shit for like 3 payments of $170.
Z-Sounds.
That nigga sound like one of those infomercials.
Yeah, exactly. That's a nigga that rap. Somebody that raps. See, I'm an American Musical Supply guy myself. The reason that I like American Musical Supply because before Apple shut it down, they used to let you buy IMAX on there on a payment plan.
Oh my!
This is when they first was popping IMAX, so you could buy them on a payment plan. Apple found out about that shit. It was like, nigga, you gotta take that shit off of there. Because remember, there was no other way to get an IMAX and shit unless you bought that bitch from Apple.
When I found out about Z-Sounds, I turned into a whole criminal enterprise. I said, wait a motherfucking minute. You telling me I give you $35 right now? You gonna send me $1,000 worth of studio shit?
Fools!
Imbeciles! Straight to the pawn shop.
Y'all get this
what
money
you
back.
thought this was?
After I make this album, y'all niggas get the album.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an album and then
I'll put y'all in the credits. I'll put y'all niggas in the credits. That's it. I'm gonna give you points. Well, you're not gonna pay for this, sir? If you look here,
it's like, what
if you look at the end of Frostbite, my new album that's out right now, you're right there.
I got your credit. After niggas buy this, you gonna get paid.
Right. They're gonna say, hey man, how you made those beats so crisp and clean? I'm gonna be like, I'm funny, you should have.
But why would you sell the equipment after making the album? How are you gonna make your next album? This bitch finna blow up.
I gotta smoke today.
Exactly.
I'm not worried about
this shit finna blow the fuck up.
All right, put the beat on for them guys,
we
man,
put
so
the
we
beat
can get
on.
up out of here. Shout out to MeninTeal. Shout out y'all spots, man, so people know where to find this wonderful thing. Them niggas came with their own mics, their own adjustables and shit, boy.
MeninTeal.
Yeah. MeninTeal Podcast. Make sure you check us out online at MeninTeal Podcast, all social media accounts except Twitter. That's at MeninTeal Pod. You already know.
MeninTeal.
Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Facebook.
Everybody listen up.
Yes, sir.
Keep it real.
Hey.
What you finna say?
Yeah. Touchdown, niggas. 6 points in the field goal.
Yeah.
I don't know what these niggas acting like, but they looking like they feel bold. Yeah. I'ma kick a bitch just like a punter. I was in Oklahoma, got her number. I'm not gonna do that.
Nah.
Sorry, my wife is mad.
Yeah.
But this hoe was doing all that, and I had to see that. I had to get a little piece of that. Had a little titty ass. She had a nice little titty ass, and I had to put this all into that. Oh yeah, baby, I still love you a lot, but this hoe was sucking me off at the quick stop, and I had to let her. Who am I to intervene? She was all up on my beam. Know what I mean? She was. That's the story. But my wife, I love you so much.
Yeah.
There's no one in the world that possesses your touch. The way you make me feel when I sleep at night. That's why I come home to you late at night. I was late because that hoe said she was late, and I had to go make sure that she was straight because we can't have another one. We already got 4. Almost 8.
Yeah.
Stop letting me rap alone.
Your freestyle was just so good, bro. It was hard to stop.
MeninTeal.
Yeah.
MeninTeal Jaguars, keep it real.
Keep it real, baby.
MeninTeal. This is the first Frost verse y'all gonna ever hear. Come on now.
You know how long it's been?
Frost, you gonna rap?
Frost gonna rap, man. This is the Raw Hype,
I'm
baby.
very happy if you rap.
Okay. MeninTeal.
Yo.
Frostbite in stores now.
Yo.
I say, hey, how are you? Did you miss me to the truth? I know that it's been a minute since I grabbed a pen and start spitting some shit in the booth. But I gotta do what it do. Cause this time it isn't for you. I know it's hard to believe I do something for me. Now I'm outie, so watch how I move. See, I came from the bottom straight to the top. I gave them my all, everything that I got. I'm in my connects, they gave me a shot. When I looked away, they gave me a shot. Even angels fall out of heaven. 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Better believe you follow my lead. When it come to beef, I never forget it. Say your darkness, my old friend. I see that you at it again. But I talked to my mama, I promised that I'd never act like an addict again. I thought that I had me a friend. Somebody that's here to the end, man. This shit dumb heavy, cause you confetti. You only show when I win. When the idols turn to your rivals, and you already fight for survival. In the cancer resurface, I know that she's hurting. It's hard not to feel suicidal. I'm crushing up coke and jigs there on the Bible. Nigga, what you going? Did the Cowboys do that?
Yeah, this nigga was killing it.
Sabotage!
Yeah, it was my jealousy.
Sabotage!
I said, not on my show. I started scratching the record. I said, not on my show.
Not on my. Take that shit to MeninTeal.
All right.
God damn it. We were red and blue over here.
It's up 2 weeks writing a verse that I'm not finna spit. God damn it.
Frost, that was amazing. Hey,
shout out.
Yes, sir.
y'all get Frost back in the ring, please. Y'all giving all these motherfuckers checks.
Man, dog.
Get this man back in the ring, man. That was amazing.
That was too hard, man. You gotta have a beat at the end, at least when we talking, to get up out of here,
I
man.
know,
I
right?
just have it faint in the background.
Holy shit. Y'all ain't let the rapper rap, man.
No, I ain't finna put that pressure on that, man. Hell no. I won't allow him to rap. He be like, I thought the nigga in the blue shirt was cool. Then he gonna just put me on the spot like that.
Shine the light on me.
Hell no. No, and he my partner to not rap.
Hey, I'm angry, man. I wanted to hear the rest of it.
That's never.
I don't know where it was going.
That's never happened before, bro.
That man said you like confetti. You only show up when I win.
win.
Yo, that was so. You say that in a battle and it's a shaker, yo.
Yeah, I was like, somebody bumped the table.
That nigga was like, Bilal from House Party.
Nah, man. Oh, yeah, I remember that shit. That shit was hard. I didn't want that bitch to cut.
Hey, man. Shout out them boys from MeninTeal, man. Y'all show up to wherever they at. Shout out to my dog Hype. It's his birthday.
Hey,
shout out to
What's
Happy
up, man?
Trevor Lawrence.
Happy
Jason.
Trevor Day. Let's go. Let's go, Trevor. Let's go.
Real quick. Where y'all see the Giants going this year? I know you want to see
17-0.
What else?
Straight to the dough of the Super Bowl.
You look like a realistic gentleman with season tickets. How do you feel the Jags will perform this
I think the Jazz can win 9 games this year.
Well, between I think like 7 and 10.
Me too.
7 and 10 wins.
Me too.
There's gonna be a lot of.
It's good enough.
Our defense fucking sucks. Like
they about to get they're gonna get another corner. No, they have.
I don't like this. I don't like where this is going.
Well, I mean, we got some. What we do got
7?
some.
I was 7.
Nah, I said 10.
You don't walk in a club and try to pick up a fucking 7.
I do.
You gotta get a dime. I need 10.
I'm horny.
I was going to say, what time is it?
You settle for the 7.
That is true.
If we got 7, I wouldn't be mad. But I'm not gonna sit here and say we gonna get 7.
I said 10.
I said 10. 7 on the low end, 10 on the high. I feel
I agree.
12 on that high.
Honestly, but I mean, if Buddy is as good as we think he is and he can adjust.
Do y'all know the schedule already?
I didn't refer to the franchise as Buddy. Hey, if what's his name can play, then shit.
If little Buddy can toss that
He
pig skin.
Buddy can he throw some touchdowns in the Jags jersey.
He's coming to Duval, man. That's a little rich now.
That's Trevor Lawrence.
That's a little rich now, big dog.
That's Lawrence.
Yeah, if he can play like we think he can play, we should win 10 games.
Yeah.
Easy. I mean, the division is shit, so we should
You play the Jets.
Deshaun's going to prison.
I'm about to ask if you know the schedule already, so clearly you do.
Yeah.
You play the Jets, the Bengals, the Cardinals.
These teams that can be beat. I mean,
and then the division's not weak. I'm testifying against Deshaun Watson the first chance I get. Lock that motherfucker up.
I saw it.
All right, yeah. As soon as the Jags didn't draft him for some reason.
Why the fuck does he get so many massages? Like, bro,
Listen, we have covered that so many times on this podcast, and we have yet to get to the bottom of it.
I mean, why do you get so many massages
from different people?
Gosh,
Like,
you don't have one massage.
Like, for real.
I got one massage.
Like, straight up, that nigga have a different pool maintenance guy every week and shit.
You can pay prostitutes to massage you too.
Hey, I don't know if you know that, Mr.
I'm
Deshaun.
like, no, nigga, I want a licensed massage therapist to jack this dick.
No, she is.
Yeah, you gotta go to school to jack this dick. Man.
She is.
You need a certificate to jack me off.
The old girl said he thrusted the air.
Yeah.
And then like had some shit on his head. How did you bust a nut from busting
And my whole point, that nigga don't mention what he
love
want.
that
That nigga
massage.
just sit there pumping up and down like, nigga, say what you want. Use your words, Deshaun, goddammit.
I'd rather speak to my pelvis.
She's like, what?
Say you can't.
She's like, what do you want, Deshaun? That nigga,
I need a certified milk.
all right, man, we really gotta get out of here,
We gotta
man.
get out of here, man. Shout out MeninTeal. Shout out all the Raw Hypers, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, man, y'all boys be easy.
Happy
We
birthday,
appreciate
my nigga
y'all.
Hype, man. Appreciate y'all coming.
I don't even know with the way we in and out of town. We gotta find a way to do this again, but we out.
We out.
Yeah.
I don't know how you raw hype, but we raw hype responsibly.
Ooh.
A podcast about comics. A podcast about comics.